This is something that, as a Cherokee citizen, that you get to see. I mean, you buy a tag, and now that you can see that money being put back into the Cherokee Nation, as far as the schools and things like that, even road projects and stuff, it makes me feel good, knowing where our money's going.
When you look at the value that the motor license compact generates for local schools in our communities, it's a big part of the budgets that they operate on an annual basis, and it's a revenue stream that these schools and school districts have come to rely on over years that the compact has been in place.
So you see the benefits that happens to those schools, and you get to see a lot of it firsthand. So I think it makes the whole department and the nation be very proud that we're able to support our schools that way.
We have right at 200 Cherokee citizens. We've used the funds in the past to help fund our STEM program for high school, for Showtime Robotics, as well as middle school robotics. We have 3 different areas of robotics that we're trying to fund for those middle school kids. That has been a huge help for that. And those kids are very competitive. They've gone on to Worlds and Nationals, and very proud of that. We've used it to help fund our archery program, to get that started at Shoto and to get it really going off the ground. There are over 100 students that participate in that currently. For our students, some of them have pretty challenging backgrounds that they come from. We are a Title I district, so, and sometimes that makes the day look different for them. So we want to have the best experience that we can possibly have when they come to school in every area, and give them opportunities that they might not have had before.
Anything that we can get, we greatly appreciate. This is something that anybody that wants to try it can do it. If they really work at it, they can be successful. It teaches them discipline, for one thing. And how to control their emotions. They can't let one bad arrow affect the rest of them.
With safety and security being our foremost priority in Broken Arrow Public Schools, being able to hire additional security staff was a blessing that we will now be able to have a security guard patrol all 31 of our different campuses across the district. We've received a lot of feedback, especially from our staff, that they feel better about the security in their buildings. Just seeing that security guard there that is interacting with students, interacting with parents, interacting with our staff gives a peace of mind that we haven't had in the past. A lot of positive things, and again, thankful for the funding that Cherokee Nation provides.
Provided help is huge, and it's allowed us again to more than double our forces and get into these levels. And this is not that we're not making a difference other places, but we're making a difference at these levels for sure, because we've made differences in these kids' lives. The kids have come up and told us, the parents have come up and said, hey, you guys have changed the way my child looks at law enforcement, looks at people in authoritative positions. It's almost daily that somebody will stop and thank us or mention what a difference we've made in their child's life.
Well, you're constantly looking at your budget, and of course your largest budget are going to be your people, your teachers. And you never want to be at the point that you're going, my goodness, we're going to have to cut something or someone. You don't want to be at that point. And in the past, I've been at other school districts as well that received these funding, and some of those things were on the table, but when the Cherokee Nation funding comes in, you're able to mitigate some of that and do the things that are really important. Public education is like no other place in the entire world. What we do in the United States is different. It is the opportunity for every single student, regardless of race, creed, anything, to be educated for free. And it's up to us as districts to find the funding to be able to do that in those funding streams. So it's critically important that public education exists, and that it exists for all, not just for a few, not just for the affluent. Not depending on where you live, but for everybody. Thanks to the Cherokee Nation. We couldn't do it without you.
Public education's under attack. We step in. We step in and we have your backs. Years ago, when schools were starved for resources, teachers took action. They took collective action, and we joined them on the front lines. We are the people whose culture, whose history, whose policies whose deployment of resources across now 3 centuries points to one inescapable conclusion. Cherokee Nation is the undisputed champion for public education.
This compact is such an important deal that when you think about 38 cents for every dollar going right back into public ed, it is something that I know makes me feel good, and I believe it's something that our Cherokee ancestors would want to see continued each and every day. So from the bottom of my heart, Wado, for being here, thank you so much, and thank you for what you do in each of your respective schools.